Hi Disney friends, it's Amber with Mickey Travels, and happy holidays. I was able to visit Disney World last year during the holiday season and wanted to do a specific video for those of you that are thinking about going during Christmas or are going to be going during Christmas, and to be aware of some of the events that go on, some of the things to look for, and all the cool things that Disney has to offer for the holidays. So first, when do the Christmas decor start coming out? So right after Halloween is over, there is like a 3 to 4 day period where they are putting decorations up. And I did see that this year they did a lot overnight. And I was fortunate enough while I was on my trip last November to get to see where all these decorations are stored. It is insane that this warehouse has year-round service as far as the decor. And so when we were there in November during Christmas and all the stuff was already up, they were already working on fall 2018 decorations in November. So it's a full year process that they work on the decorations, but it takes like a night to 2 nights to put everything up. So this year it was around November 3rd or 4th when the decorations were all up after Halloween. So it's a very quick turnaround. And you could actually be fortunate enough to maybe get to do the fall and Christmas decor depending on when you are checking in and checking out. All right, let's go through all the cool stuff that you can see. So stay tuned.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The number one thing that most people look forward to during the holiday season, besides the decor, the various trees, the lights, etc., is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I was able to go this year. It was beautiful, amazing. It's weird being in a Christmas-like atmosphere in shorts because I grew up in the Midwest and it's always freezing. But here are some things that I loved about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It is a separate admission. It goes from 7 p.m. to midnight. The best part for me personally was that there was hardly any wait for any of the attractions. All of them are open for the most part, and we were able to walk on most of them. The other cool thing that's really neat is that there are some characters dressed specifically in holiday outfits that you can wait in line to get your picture taken with. I know that Scrooge McDuck was there last year. The 7 Dwarfs all in scarves are there. Jack Skellington and Sally are some of the ones. The key thing here is that you do have to get in line early or you will be waiting a long time for that. Some people that are Florida residents that go to Disney World all the time sometimes just get the party tickets to have these meet and greets since you can't get them anywhere else. The other cool thing is that there's a specific parade and a specific fireworks show devoted just for the Christmas season. There's also some magic that happens on Main Street after that. And the food. You get lots of different Christmas treats for free. It's included with your admission. So as you walk around, there'll be designated spots that you can get your hot cocoa, your cider, your cookies, all kinds of fun things. So yeah, I would say that especially during the holiday season, if you're having to go during Christmas, the parties usually end around December 22nd. But if you're there from like maybe the 18th through the 25th or 26th, and the lines are just massive, maybe consider going to a party to have that little time off for the lines because the holiday crowds have arrived. Here's a pro tip for those of you that don't want to maybe spend the money on the experience of Mickey's Not So Scary. One, they do light the castle about 6 p.m. on some nights, depending on the crowd, so you can see them light the castle up without having to be at the party. 2, if you want to see the specific fireworks that are for that show, you can actually see them from the monorail resorts or right outside Magic Kingdom without even going in if you want to see those. Other nights that aren't Mickey's Very Merry Christmas parties are going to have the Once Upon a Time fireworks. They're not going to have these special Christmas ones. All right, so here's some new things I've written down that are devoted to the holiday stuff as far as some packages that maybe you can consider while going. Tony's Town Square is a restaurant on Main Street. Hit or miss on the food sometimes. I personally would not recommend dining there with your credit in Magic Kingdom, but if you are wanting to do this, I would maybe think about it. It's a Most Merriest Town Square party, and it's new for this year in 2018. About 9:30 you get hors d'oeuvres, desserts, you can have complimentary beers, wines, spirits, etc. But then you also get reserved seating for the parade. So it's kind of like a little casual, laid back, come and go as you please, eat whatever you want kind of thing. and that's limited to a certain amount of people. And then have your spot for the parade, which is also going to be limited and maybe not so crowded. Then maybe if you also want maybe a more adult-friendly experience because of the alcohol that's included in that, because there's not a ton of alcohol in Magic Kingdom. For the past 2 years, Disney has offered what's called the Ultimate Christmas Time Package. This sells out quickly, so if you are thinking about trying to get an all-inclusive Christmas experience, this is something you want to try to jump on really quick. What is included in it is your stay and your park tickets. You get theme park admission, I believe it's for 4 days, and you get a stay at a moderate or deluxe, depending on what price you would like. You get tickets to the Mickey's Not that one. You get tickets to the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You also get nighttime access to some of the parks. You get a special dinner that is included only for those that have the package. So I believe I was like pricing some of that out, and for like a family of 4 at the Caribbean Beach with that package, it was around $3,000. It doesn't include a dining plan, but you can add that on. It's just kind of neat because it does include a lot of special different things that you can get, plus the party tickets are included. You can't add party tickets to Disney packages, you have to buy them separately anyway, so this was a kind of easy way to get that added there. One of my favorite experiences during Christmas time last year was the Candlelight Processional at Epcot. Each week, for about 3 or 4 days, they have a celebrity narrator tell the story of the birth of Jesus Christ, and it is done with a choir and an orchestra. And it's usually a celebrity, and Neil Patrick Harris is there every year, and we were able to see Whoopi Goldberg. On my Facebook page, you can actually see the video footage of that from last year when I went. So how can you get tickets for this? Well, it is a free, included with admission experience. You can wait in line to get a preferred seat for it, but to have a reserved seat, you might want to consider the Candlelight Processional dining package that will include mini Epcot restaurants as well as your seat for the event. Over at Hollywood Studios, they have the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, and we are assuming that the projections that were on the Tower of Terror and the billboards in Hollywood Studios will be returning. Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam is going to take the place of the Star Wars Nighttime Spectacular during the holiday season and features many of your Disney friends in holiday projections on Grauman's Chinese Theater. The lighting of the castle at Magic Kingdom is Frozen themed. It's called A Frozen Wish. Anna and Elsa and Olaf and Sven and everybody are coming out to light the castle into a icicle paradise. Very cool experience. I actually teared up a little bit with it. So even if you aren't a huge fan of Frozen, it is really neat to see the castle light up, and it does stay lit for most of the night, and I believe you can see the lighting of it multiple times. So I do know that I saw it at 6 and then again during the party. So they do it a couple times a night. This is a great opportunity to also see some characters while at the parks in holiday attire. This year Toy Story will be dressed up in their holiday spirit. I will try to insert a picture right here for you guys to see what they will be looking like this year. I've personally taken a picture with Minnie and Mickey in their attire. Some of them have scarves on. It just depends on where and when they decide to change those outfits. If it's a character meet and greet, such as like Star Wars or Minnie in her Hollywood outfit, then more than likely those will stay. But your general characters that are out wandering around or in parades are all gonna have Christmas attire on more than likely. I believe Stitch during the Very Merry Christmas Party, he was also in Christmas gear as well. The last thing I like to recommend is something that it doesn't cost anyone, and if you're staying on property, it's just super easy to take advantage of this. All of the hotels have Christmas trees themed to their resorts in the lobbies, so that's something you can go around and see. The Contemporary has a gingerbread house that is Frozen themed. The gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian that's pretty famous is really neat to see. They actually sell the gingerbread out of the little house. At the Beach Club, there is a carousel made of chocolate, and all the other resorts just have really neat decor just to walk around and see. So if you're wanting to do the monorail resorts, the Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian, you could just take a monorail from Magic Kingdom, go all the way around, see all 3 one evening. The Epcot resorts of Yacht Club, Beach Club, and Boardwalk, you could do a walking journey and see all those there too. It's just something to like to do aside from being in the parks all the time and maybe just getting some sights in to see all the pretty Christmas decor. Personally, this is one of the busiest times of year to visit. About December 22nd is when most schools go on vacation for Christmas, and that is when the parks do start to get very busy. It has been known that Disney does get to capacity during Christmas Day, and also New Year's Eve has been closed at capacity. What that means is that about mid-afternoon, they'll stop letting people in, and then so once people start leaving, they'll let you come back in. They're all based on like categories. So it isn't impossible to get into the parks. It's just, I usually recommend if you're going to a park during that break that you want to get there early and stay there. And park hopping could make it difficult if you do want to go to another one another afternoon. I believe Magic Kingdom is one of the only ones that actually gets close to closing. Lines will be very long, so you need to make sure you utilize fast passes, make a plan, do half days, do a lot of the sightseeing like I suggested, but it is a magical experience. Something else you can do if you're staying on property is a lot of the value and moderate resorts have windows that are exterior for people to see, and lots of people like to decorate that. So during Christmas time, like families can bring in like fake trees, put their stockings in the window and just decorate it. You want to experience the festiveness of Christmas in your Disney room as well. I hope this gives you some ideas on what's going on at the Disney parks during the holiday season. They do film the Christmas parade and show in early November, so if you are going during that time, you may get lucky and see the filming of a lot of the specials they do inside the parks. If you have any questions about any of the things I discussed today, just send me an email or contact me on Facebook, or you can leave a comment below and I will try to help as much as possible. Being a school teacher, it was really awesome that I had the opportunity to go during Christmas. I recommend that you at least try to go, and since Christmas to Disney is November through December, there's a lot of time to get down there to be in Florida and feel like it's winter, but at the same time not be winter. Have a magical day. I will see you guys really soon. Bye.